We'll be right with you folks in just a second. Gull is just getting a coffee. Never mind, ladies and gentlemen, he's making his way back with coffee.
What?
We're already live. You're late.
Ah, hello.
Although I didn't really do an intro, I just went like, hey, we're just waiting for Gull to get coffee, so
I've got coffee.
Ladies and gentlemen, Gull has coffee.
Good day.
I'm sorry, I'm not hearing an applause here, buddy, I'm sorry.
Alright, let's rock!
Ad singular!
Not the Singularity Engine. Anything but the Singularity Engine.
I go by Larry now. Let me start the music. Hey, Draconian. Hey, Dalek. Hey, Khan. If Khan's still here, actually. Where is the damn music? Where's the stream music? I lost the stream music. Please let me find the... Oh, there we go.
Just trying to find all the chats. It's going to take me most
That's
of my
fine.
whole life.
Schism asks, how drunk are you? Zero. I'm sorry, I'm zero drunk.
You should apologize.
Yeah, I know, I should be drunk. Anybody recognize this, by the way, folks? Ask Go if he's sure it's coffee, not Earl Grey. I'm pretty sure it's coffee, though, Con. I'm pretty damn sure it's coffee.
I'm not Earl Grey. Oh, I forgot to buy tea. Oh, well. I actually left the house today, which was a singularly wonderful experience.
Did you say singularly? As in singularity?
No. You're obsessed, man. You're obsessed.
Yes!
Oh, no.
No?
Oh, no.
Oh, yeah!
I've run out of fake cigarette juice. This is no good, if you're wondering what that weird sound is.
Fake weird cigarette juice. How does no one ever get in on this shit taking? Well, because Schism, some people are nice. No, I'm messing with you, Schism. Alright, so let's get these textures nice and spectacular.
Schism, you've changed your icon.
I can't see icons, all I see is like your little YouTube pictures.
Yeah, he's changed his little YouTube picture, I think.
I mean, I'm just in Restream. There's coffee in that Nebula Gold 2018.
There's coffee in every nebula, as far as I'm concerned. From the depths of hell.
As we make our way to heaven. Wait, what? Through the Nazi lines.
Right, so let's get this over here so I can see what you're doing. Okay. Ah, so you're making some red blobs. I'm liking it.
No. That's this. You go completely wrong, kiddo.
Oh,
Neffy made red blobs.
Oh.
See, Neff is one of our artists, and he did a lot of crazy amount of work as usual. There's so much work actually that I'm actually lagging behind with implementing it all. I got about 8 ships/stations from. This is not supposed to be a Star Control stream, Schism. This is a dev stream.
You can do far worse than playing it, though. It's thoroughly enjoyable.
It's on my short list of things to play within the next couple of days.
There you go. I think you'll have a good time. I really do.
I'll definitely have a good time. Hey, Mr. Dalek gets it.
Is my chats appearing? Ah, my chats appearing, and yes, they are.
Right, now to make the bumpity bump maps, and then yes, your chats are appearing.
1.1 has modding stuff.
But when is 1.1 releasing, though?
Much like AOTF last week. We just didn't tell anyone.
Am I not allowed to ask that?
No, next month. There you go. He's actually given us an answer. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Well, if I'm honest, I'm just going to be here to look pretty today. I don't really.
No, you're gonna do stuff.
I don't know. That's just.
Oh yeah, you're gonna do stuff.
I,
It's not a question. It's not like a request. It's a you have to. That's why you're on the team and stuff. Make research go.
I'm here primarily for moral support, really.
Yeah, and you're not doing a good job at that. So get crack-a-lackin'.
Well, you always complain, don't you?
It's because you're not doing anything.
I'm doing loads. It's all just behind the scenes. You don't get to see it. I'm holding the team together. I'm making sure that Hobbs doesn't have a nervous breakdown.
Press X to doubt. Also, so what if Hobbs has a nervous breakdown?
Huh?
Nothing.
Look, I brought it down to once a week, okay? That's hard work. Let's take a look. Let's grab you. Copy.
Don't you grab me.
Grabby.
Ah, bad touch. Hey, Taizan. Have we discovered new fun guy? No, there's no fun guy. There's nothing fun the map. Damn. I lost track of time and missed the start. Well, Taizan, you just missed about 7 minutes of us shit talking to each other, so I haven't missed much.
It's gonna be about an hour and a half of us shit talking.
Yep. But we'll have music on the background, so it's something. Royalty-free music. Hey, have you found the right Klingon ship yet? For what, Mr. Dalek?
Just the right one. This is one of those esoteric questions.
The right one, the wrong one. What is right and what is wrong in this world? We don't really know. At least I don't know.
These are the questions.
I really like that Lorca guy. I think he's going places. I think he's going places too.
That's almost certain.
I think he's been around as well, hasn't he?
Oh, Lorca.
Yeah.
Yeah. Gotta watch out there, though.
Yeah, you better watch out. You better not cry. You better not scream. I'm going in dry.
He's a little mycelial at times.
Oh, I get it. It's funny because Spore Drive.
I've forgotten what I'm looking at. I can't cope with life.
You're gonna make thingy research.
Ah, thingy research.
Yeah,
there's
you know.
There's a fly. Sorry if I deafened anyone.
Like the research for the thingies, where you unlock the thingies to make the thingies refine and mine faster.
You mean a little bit like...
Dilithium.
A little bit like this?
I'm not looking at the moment.
You need to look.
I need to drag you over and then people are going to see the automaton thing. Oh, there we go. Ah, yes. Yes, exactly that.
There you go, you see. I thought that might
Just watching Schism says, just watching DS9 for the first time, this Gog Dukat guy is really turning things around with his defending civilians against the Klingons.
I know, right?
Yeah, he's a really good guy.
He's the last true Cardassian. And if no one else is willing to fight, then he will. And Khan's just everywhere. He's bouncing around the chats like a pinball.
I'm so confused.
Pinball. Ping pong ball? I don't know. One of them.
Pop the ping ball.
Pop the ping ball. A microwave ball.
Yes.
DS9 is the best Star Trek series.
DS9 is best 9.
I disagree. I think the first half of Discovery is the best Star Trek series.
My favorite part is when Gul Dukat explodes Jetsia's appendix.
No, that's not good. That makes me sad.
Yes, that's what happened. He just burst her appendix. It's like the powers of the power race combined.
Oh, Schism. Controversial.
Ooh. Be
Remove
careful.
Joel from the stream.
Those thoughts are dangerous.
Axonal's not cancelled. They just have to have 3 15-second productions.
15 seconds. That's not much.
That's all they're allowed. And guaranteed, each of those 3 15-second productions is just going to be Alex pouting at the camera.
Well, Alex pouting politics. Alex pouting.
I'll possibly comment on that. I think we talked about that last stream, didn't we?
Don't know what you're talking about.
About politics. A lot can happen in 15 seconds. I can see that your dating game is strong.
Oh, he drinks the conch. It makes him strong, so he can do the bonk.
What does everybody think this new Picard series is going to be?
Shit.
When it's going to be? Well,
You think I'm joking?
yeah. Does anybody have any idea as to when it's going to be set or what's going to be?
Well, it's going to be set during the post DS9. We know that much. The producers posted a picture of a galaxy map with Alpha, Beta, Delta, and Borg space and stuff.
Girl, are you reading my Discord question? No, because I'm in a stream.
How are we? What? Draconian, you asked this when you can put this in the chat on here.
What is it? Where is it?
Yes, and you can ask me too.
What is it?
Picard ASMR brewing Earl Grey tea for 45 minutes. I'd watch that and get strangely aroused by it.
Can you capture? Yes, maybe. Can you rapture? Can you capture Ferengi trade ports? Says Tyson about SDO3. I know this is different.
This is an AOTF stream.
Look, I've gone down the rabbit hole into our Discord. By the way, folks, join the Stellar Parallax Discord.
Yeah.
To ask us questions, which we'll cynically answer.
Yeah, we'll answer it and we'll call you idiots. It's kind of our thing. You'll get used to it.
Yeah.
Our default response to everything, by the way, is Admiral Patrick's "That's a stupid question."
There you go. I have some Discord links.
Center.
The card series is hopefully something to look forward to. I'm going to keep fairly stum about it until
Fairly what?
Stum. It means quiet.
Don't you say that! Don't you call me a stum!
Stubenvater.
Stubenvater!
I don't know. I was just going pan foreign in hope.
Bringen Sie mir Feigelein! 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 Feigelein!
I don't know what that means. What does it mean?
Bring me Feigelein.
Who?
It's a guy.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, he's like...
It's got a fun name.
Schism, don't you do that to us. You already did that to us in the damn main menu of bloody Star Control.
Yeah, I nearly had a breakdown. In fact, I'm pretty sure... you know you can get bloodshot eyes?
Yes.
I'm pretty sure I've got bloodshot testicles as a result of that. Half-Life 3 and Sins 2 in that menu. I was so angry. There will be no forgiveness. Is that 1 year after Star Citizen comes out, is it, Schism?
No, Star Citizen is starting its third round of kickstarting at that point. They finally got like.
Roger, we can't really talk. We take ages to do anything, don't we?
Yeah, but we don't ask $300 bazillion of money.
And nor would we, CPS.
Yes, don't pull a stage 9 on us.
Oh god, no, we're not allowed to talk about that.
Oh yeah, we're not allowed to talk. We shouldn't talk. No, we mustn't talk about it.
Yeah, we'll talk about that in private, I think, because you told me I'm not allowed.
Yes, you're not allowed.
I like to think that Stardock/Ironclad, being Stardock/Ironclad, they'll probably wait until we're about 3 days from release and then announce Sins 2. injury plays.
I could totally see them doing that to us.
I know Schism would do it just out of
spite.
of amusement. Yeah.
Yeah.
He'd love it. It would be his crowning achievement.
It's like, guys, no! Wait with the announcement. Just wait, like, a couple of more months. But why? We've been gold for half a year. Just wait, it'll be worth it.
Yeah, I think that's something that we can say safely. That isn't going to get any of us in trouble. I agree with Tyson there.
Yeah, I agree with
think,
Tyson there as well.
Rest in peace. Great respect to the team, and I'm sad to see them not be able to continue with the project.
Fucking CBS.
I think we're allowed to say that.
Also, CBS, good job at treating your fan base.
Max.
It's true, though, isn't it?
Max. Oh, I can already feel a letter coming to my house.
They don't have my address. What are they gonna do? Oh God, I shouldn't tempt fate like that.
I'm a little bit excited, Schism.
Nah.
I hope my excitement is justified.
Don't you do this to me, Schism. Don't
He's
do
gonna
this.
do this to me. He's gonna be like.
Okay. We're announcing a Star Control expansion pack. Ah!
No, there's gonna be something else. It's gonna be like, oh yeah, we we didn't like the diplomacy features, so we're cancelling Sin's diplomacy.
Like a. Oh God, Draconian, don't!
Backtrack. I can give everybody a clue as to the city that Max lives in.
There might be weird people listening in on this.
There probably are. All I'll say is, out of ammunition, God save the king.
What?
Yeah. They'll work it out from that, maybe.
Probably not.
It was the last message received from one of our radio operators who was in your city.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Idiots running out of ammo. Pathetic.
Well, they are parachuted in.
Well, and they're already out of ammo.
Loads, can you?
Yes, you can. You'll just fall faster to the ground. Bigger parachute.
It's more of a parasplat, really, isn't it?
Well, there's rivers and puddles and ponds. This is the worst interspecies rom-com. No, it's not. This is the best.
Right, I was.
You're making research.
I don't think that we've done.
A lot.
I don't think that we've made specific images for the mining. The asteroid mines. Yeah.
Yes, we have.
Have we? That's nice.
At least icons we have.
Yeah, Empire window icons, but I don't. Have we made them specifically for the races?
What do you mean for the races? Empire window icons?
Like, say, if the Federation wants to build one, have we made one?
I think so.
I'll have a look.
Check into AOTF.
Yeah. Fed Station.
Stardock announces we're getting rid of Sins of the Solar Empire Rebellion 2 days before the launch of AOTF. I could just imagine Frodo's no! Hobbits.
I like to think.
Well, stop it.
I know. It's probably unwise, isn't it?
Bad for you. The Camptown races. The schism is like, guys, we're going to announce Sins of the Royal Navy.
Excellent. I can't wait. Just wait until you get that. Just wait until you get that tri-peak hat.
What? Stop making. What is it with you and making up words these days?
Tri-peak hat is a real thing.
I'd say it's a real thing if I were making up things.
It's true. You probably would, wouldn't you?
I would.
I can't argue with that.
Wait, what? Did you just concede?
Well, I've got to do it occasionally to keep you on your toes.
Ah, true.
Ladies sing that song.
Nak dat reach not klaar to clue.
Yeah.
1, 2. Oh no. I just need to re-export inner ring. Delete it here. Import .xsi.
I can't remember how Sins works.
Ah, well, what's new?
Girl thinking, I thought I could smell fire. How dare you? This makes me want to make what are they called? One of these new videos reeing about something. I very nearly made a video yesterday reeing about the people who are reeing about CA at the moment.
What's CA?
Creative Assembly.
What's wrong with Creative Assembly?
Oh, there's this whole thing going on at the moment where there's a lot of backlash from fans because Creative Assembly have introduced female generals for certain factions into Rome 2 Total War, which has been out for bloody donkey's years anyway, and it's no longer really a relevant game in the great scheme of things. But nonetheless, they've made this decision. And it's based on the numbers. It's about 1 in 10 of the factions that can have female generals. Now, I think if you were to introduce more realism and make it 1 or 2%, you'd never get the option to hire a female general. Right? So I can understand that it's about 10% for gameplay purposes, but people are going absolutely mental about it, saying there were never any female generals. Well, you know, Bonica, there were female generals. They were very rare. They were very few and far between. But at the same time, you have to artificially raise that floor of the potential percentage in order to ensure that it does happen once every game or two.
Why?
Otherwise, you'd never get it.
Why?
Well, you could go through 10, 15 playthroughs, and it would never happen in the first place. So what's the point having a feature that never comes up?
Invalid polygon vertex count 5. Why are you doing this to me, game?
But the fact that people have gone mental about it, I mean, it's basically a follow-on from the whole Battlefield 5 thing.
Well, to be fair, in Battlefield 5 they did went a bit overboard with that whole thing.
They did. I certainly think in the early stages there were perhaps a lot more female characters in multiplayer than would.
Oh, it wasn't the fact that for me it wasn't the fact that there were female people in the game, female soldiers in the game. It was the fact that there was a female soldier with a robotic arm, which was holding a machine gun and fighting like it was a normal thing.
Yeah, that was my best. I like that.
It's like, yeah, you know,
I've got to admit, I play computer games to escape from reality anyway, so I kind of.
I prefer some realism in my games, especially when it's like historical games. Like when I'm playing Wolfenstein: The New Order or something, I don't give a rat's ass of what they do with it because you know it's like it's not real, it's not realistic or supposed to be realistic. But you know, Battlefield's supposed to be a series which is, you know, prides itself on visual realism, you know, and making things look and fight as realistic as possible. You know, it's like kind of like on Call of Duty World at War, where you had colored female Nazi officers, where I'm like, that kind of, yeah.
I don't think you did. You?
Yeah.
I have no memory of that.
Oh, sorry, not the World at War, but the latest Call of Duty game, which was set in World War II as well.
I took what in the latest Call of Duty?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't think I bothered playing that. Like I've kind of like I haven't really bothered with Call of Duty for a long time.
I'm probably gonna get the new one though.
I like the look of its
the Battle Royale mode is good.
Battle Royale mode.
The Battle Royale is basically
like it works.
Yeah, it does. I've played the beta. It's basically PUBG, but with a decent shooting mechanic and decent inventory mechanic and, well, everything decent basically in comparison to, you know, the buggy glitch which is PUBG.
No research arrow type found.
If it's an up arrow, I'm gonna kill thingy.
05 to 26. Well, why would one require the other? What have I done?
One of these things just doesn't belong here.
Yeah, I was going to say, I didn't think I'd...
Right, let's make fancy
Why?
particle effects. Oh, by the way, Schism. Wolfenstein's 3D Robo Hitler would like a word with you. Well, I'd like to have a word with Wolfenstein's 3D Robo Hitler. That'd be fucking awesome. I mean, you know, Robo, not the Hitler part. Right, so let's make a new particle for this pretty ass probe of the Xindi. Right, so what we're going to do here is we're going to go into Particle Forge, and what we're going to do here is we're going to make an infinite lifetime particle. Now, we've had some really nice mock-ups that we've had in our dev chats. Let me show them of the Xindi probe's animation of what we'd like to have. Now, this is kind of the ideal situation, what we'd like to have as an animation, but as you can see, the firing point is moving. And Sins doesn't support certain... Sins, for one, doesn't support real texture animation and doesn't support real complex animations either. So we're kind of have to cheat and make it a bit easier so that the weapon point always faces forward. Same thing with... let me show you a little sneak peek of something that's to come later. We've got this as well.
It's just such a shame that we can't do the animation like that.
Mm-hmm.
I would absolutely love to be able to. But needs must, as they say.
Well, I think I can kind of cheat by having it, you know, by having a little firing point overlay and always stay forward facing. If it stays over the rings, then I can do it. So if the rings go under it, so to say.
I'm with you. I know what you mean.
I can probably do that, but wouldn't be as perfect as I'd. It would look better than what we got now. So, right, let's get started on the mini probe. We're gonna make a new point.
Did you say let's get it started?
Let's get it started. And let's get it, and we're gonna set angle variance to 0. Now, what we're going to import first is we're going to import the mesh of the actual probe base. I'm gonna set we're gonna set shader to GS shadowed ship. So what we've got here is the actual model of the probe, of how the the game part is going to appear.
Mm-hmm.
So now we're going to add stuff to it.
Alright. Can I run something past you while we're doing this?
Yes.
So, I've had some thoughts about how to very marginally differentiate the races when it comes to the way that they accrue resources.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I think we're all kind of semi-agreed that refineries and trade stations are going to play a bigger role anyway.
Like
than they did
they're the main source of income.
But in order to give a little bit of research variation, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to give 2 sets of 2 to both dilithium and tritanium to the Federation for their basic extraction upgrades. For the Klingons, they're going to have an additional 1 dilithium. For the Romulans, they're going to have an additional 1 tritanium. And the Federation is going to get more of a focus on its trade.
Yeah, that'll do.
As a result of that. So they'll get an extra spot in trade, which ups that just one step further to offset the fact that they're not going to be able to get quite as many either tritanium or dilithium. Okay, good. Cool. It's going to be a very minor differentiation, and all races will end up being able to make the same amount of overall resources. But it's just nice to have that differentiation there, isn't it? Cool. Right. All right. I'll do that. The first thing that we've said that's made sense since we got here. Mr. Dalek says you could do it like the propeller synchronization gear from when warplanes still use propellers. I think that's what he's going for.
I'm gonna need to set the speed a bit higher because this is a bit slow.
I think without it moving diagonally as well, it does look slow, doesn't it? It would be fine otherwise if it was moving in 2 directions at once.
Mm-hmm.
That seems reasonable.
And
the question is, how are you going to set the other one going in?
oh, the other side, the opposite direction.
Oh, I see. I see the way that you're going to go about it.
Alright, so it lasts about 8 seconds. Hold up. So 1, 2,
Hold up.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. So how do we? So we make this last 8 seconds. Right, so if I want to, alright, I need to do some calculations. So if I divide a second by 8, I honestly don't know that shit. Whoa! 0.125. Let's check this out. See if it now will. Well, guys, can you see the? It's sometimes every 8 seconds or so it glitches for a little bit of a second, but if I do that 225, it should
resolve the issue.
Oh wait, 0125, 0123.
If anybody's got any questions at all about what's going on or what our plans are, please do feel free to pounce in. Oh, you can tell we're concentrating because we've gone quiet for a change.
Mm-hmm. That's
This
better.
usually
Okay,
never
now it's pretty much done. Good. Copy. Now we're going to do this in direction of -45. I'm going to change the mesh.
Okay, so here's another question. Only works if tier labs exist. I'm tempted to call that false on simple resource extraction.
Hold up. Now here's the question. Should the 2 rings be moving at the same speed, or should we kind of like mix that up to kind of make them...
Yes, because they'll cross at different points in the overall orbit.
Okay, that's going to make my life difficult. So let's make that speed 55.
Whoa.
It starts horizontal. 1, 2. Let's make it a bit faster.
Federation and Klingons at the moment, Tyson. I would say.
And now we're going to copy it again. I'm going to change the mesh to so that starts. God, is there something that starts literally at the top?
Hey, Dalek. Another Dalek.
Dalek Seth. Alright, so let's see what starts. Alright, so it starts there. 1, 2.
Is the Xindi ship going to be a random event or a buildable ship? Well, it's not going to be buildable by any of the factions that we have. So yes, we'll call it a random event.
1, 2. Hold up. Let's make it 25 for a second. I just need to calculate how many seconds it takes for it to orbit 1.
One's about 7 seconds.
8. 17 seconds. Okay. 17. Oh. 0.058. Ah, Taizan, you've got hopes, don't you?
I'm still hoping that the next playable faction will just be Dr. McCoy. Just him, no one else. Okay, so we've...
Right, guys, it's not perfect, but it's about the best we're going to do with this without insane amounts of calculations. So now what we're going to do is we're going to remove the bounding boxes around it, and we're going to save this as particle x in and probe rings. God damn it, Jim! What we're going to do is, what I'm currently doing is I'm navigating to the AOTF folder. First what we're going to do is we're going to copy that name. I'm going to go to mesh. I'm going to go to the probe mesh, the regular probe mesh. I'm just going to paste the name here. We're going to take the center point and set, of course, the point count to 10. Call it flare dash. Copy that. Alright. Right, now that's the actual the rings, right? So let's make a ship for it. Let's see if we've already got a Xindi. Let's take the Xindi Corvette as a base. Mix in frigate. It's going to be a siege frigate for it. Oh.
Yeah, it's probably worth pointing out that this is the equal one, not the big one.
Yeah. Siege probe. Weapons 0. Draconian asks, go give us your best with McCoy impression. Dalek says second, Mr. Dalek says third, and Tyson says fourth. You're gonna have to now.
I'm not sure I can do it.
Well, you can't. You go, damn it, Jim, I'm a doctor, not an engineer.
I'd pay real money if he'd shut up. No, I can't do it.
That's nice.
I'd
pay I'd pay real money if he'd shut up. That's not good either, is it?
You're probably closer than me.
Still not very good.
Which, that line in itself is a bit of an irony, considering no money is supposed to exist in that time period.
You don't know. We don't know the economics of the 23rd century.
7. What's a defense V?
Don't know.
That's something I've done. There's the answer to that.
Let's see. That's that. That's the shield mesh. I need to assign the shield mesh to the ship. There we go. Okay. Can bomb. True. Now I quickly need to find the frigate phase siege.
I can only reliably do an impression of an imperialistic evil bastard by dint of my accent. But if you really want to see some of my better impressions,
he's not just any Cardassian.
Watch my Star Control streams, because I do little voices for the characters that haven't got voices yet. And they're all awful. But I have a very good time doing it. So.
Alright, now let's make some nice textures for it. Because this beam effect is not good enough for it.
Ooh, hark at thee.
Yeah. I should have a Federation phaser, because... Oh, no, no! Oh, you're seeing things you shouldn't be seeing.
We actually welcome people to send us clips of their voices.
Yep. It's good laughs for it. It's good laughs for us as well.
That too. But yeah, if they want to do not an impression, but if they want to do a prospective voice for a ship, put something on, whether that is Federation, Klingon, or Romulan, then feel free to send it to what's the Stellar Parallax email address?
Just post it on the Stellar Parallax Discord.
There you go. Post it on the Stellar Parallax Discord. We'll have a listen. We'll talk amongst ourselves, and if we think it's something that we'd like to sticking to the game, we'll let you know, and we'll ask you for some specifics.
Syn yellow probe beam core.
We certainly don't need studio quality mics, but we do need something that is, you know, relatively.
Yeah,
okay.
and you know, we don't want a constant. Well, welcome to. It doesn't work, guys.
Works perfectly for me. I love that.
Yeah, but you're weird. Right, now beam width, I'm probably going to go for like 60. Now I'm going to need to open zoom with yellow phaser muzzle impact.
It's got to be bigger, brighter, and more explodey. Max is the Michael Bay of modding. Go. That's the Fedlington one's done.
Alright, that's that. Save as probe phaser. Muzzle impact. I'm sorry, but if you're gonna make fun of Ferengi, you're not gonna make a lot of friends here. Alright, now to make sounds. Sounds. Let's start with Audacity.
All of the Audacity.
That's very audacious of me, isn't it?
It is. Massively so.
Right, so sounds for the beams, effects. Let's start with because it's like a let's reference the sound first. So let's quickly open up a video called Xindi Probe Fires on Earth. I'm gonna need videos. I'm gonna pause it real quick. Xindi Attack Earth. Let's listen to that sound. Well, I think I can manage something like that. Let's find a phaser. A weapon, a phaser sound. All right, let's start with weapon. No.
No.
No. No.
No, 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 no. No, 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 no.
That's almost okay. What sound effect sorted for the Romulan ship? Draconian. Ooh.
Oh,
That's painful.
what's that?
It's very painful sounds. Ooh. Oh no, we didn't. No, we didn't. We haven't done the shotgun sound for the Romulan ship. But to be fair, we haven't really been focusing on the Romulans. We've been really focusing on getting the Federation done.
That is indeed.
If we change the pitch of this, change pitch. Yeah, that works. Export audio. X probe beam muzzle. Alright, see you later, Draconian. Have a nice evening. Let's edit the sound effects at sound data. Uh, 4555, copy you. Let's find a nice loop sound for it. I think we can find some good. Oof, painful. Some of these are really painful. Sorry about that, guys. That might work.
You're browsing your noises again.
I'm gonna mix that TOS phaser in with it. Cool, that works. Tracks, mix and render.
You say that now.
Export audio. X probe. beam loop. Now I've got to add this to the, where are you? The beam effect sound. And I've also got to add that to the sound effect sound. Because now I can add it to add it here. But what makes this sound interesting is I need to add this as a loop sound, which is slightly different in Sins. Basically, I need to set is looping to true, and I need to set a fade out time. I'm going to do of a quarter. Oh, let's do half a second. So now that we've got that, we've got most of the things. Let's add it to the entity manifest. Let's add 5.9. That would be 6.0. This would be Xin frigate siege probe. Let's go to the string file and copy a string and make that like that. Let's copy this name and add it to the string file and call it experimental probe. Alright. No, it won't be able to attack ships. I was thinking about it, if I could maybe do it, but I felt it would be too overpowered. I think the idea that I got behind of is that the ship is too slow, or that the beam takes too long to charge up to hit any sort of ship. Players in neutral. This is frigates.
It's more the. It used to be the other way around, didn't it?
Hmm?
Mr. Dalek, who's trying to use the internet?
Oh yes.
I love the idea that my mum in 1995 still called me girl. That'd be amazing.
Girl! Are you using the internet again?
I see you've met my mother. In fact, there's a picture of her up on my Discord at the moment.
Oh, look at that! There's a picture of A3. Look, I wonder which page it leads to. Hey, it leads to your Borg playthrough.
G'day.
Girl's mum, circa 1995. Do you think they had internet in Wales, in the Welsh lands in 1995? You didn't see the internet till 2010, buddy.
I think we got our first internet connection something
In
like
2010.
97.
97.
Hmm.
Yeah, I think I was quite old before we got internet.
It's 96 or 97. And I got my first mobile phone in...
I got that way later. I was one of those kids that got you don't need a mobile phone! Those kinds of parents.
2001?
You were 11? Oh wait, you're
I
older.
was born in 86.
In that case, it makes sense.
Yeah, I think I was 14 or 15, got my first mobile phone. It's a Nokia, I think it was a 3210.
The ones you could play soccer with. And
yeah,
the phone wouldn't break.
The ones you could use as a golf club.
The one you could use as a hammer.
Yeah, and that was, yeah, I was only allowed to use it for emergencies. So if I was already dead, at that point I would be allowed to call out.
No, buddy. Look, you're not going to waste any of those minutes when you're dead. If you're bleeding out, maybe, you know. Why are you calling your mum if you could have been calling 911, damn it? You could have just crawled to a payphone.
If I called 911, I'd definitely die.
112?
It's 999 here.
999!
Yeah.
That's since World War II.
Yeah, man.
Right, so let's test out the probe and see how well I broke the game.
Do you know what I haven't done?
Anything.
Planetary unlocks for the Klingons.
How about, you...
Yeah, I'll do that now.
No. Feds need more research first. Feds first,
Oh God,
Klingons.
go! You're making me feel old.
Feds first, Klingy second. Go.
How old are you, Dalek? Dalek Seth specifically.
Is Dalek Set's about 2,000 years old, isn't he? Being boring in 86. Yeah, you are being boring in 86. Taizan, you old hermit. Where's the overseer?
I
I
haven't
haven't.
used my mobile phone now.
The overseer's not here.
He's probably busy.
Inconceivable. Right, so let's try out.
41. You're a relative youth. Don't worry about it.
Let's try out the Zinni probe. Oh,
Remember, you're only as old as the woman you feel, with full consent. Until the point where it gets creepy, in which case your friends will probably give you a bollocking.
Oh, let's have a look, see if it works.
Well, let's just close.
Come on.
Entity manifest.
Oh wait, I did it wrong. Oh, I didn't do it wrong.
Well, you know.
Look.
What's going on? What are you doing with it? Do you want me to move around the planet unlocks at all? I don't think we do we? We kind of want them in the same.
Go.
Is that what it sounds like?
Yep.
Cool.
Let's see if I can change the tiling rate. I can't believe I got that right in one go without any like glitches instantly.
Now the big one.
God, I've got to make a screenshot of this. I've got to change the bombing range as well. The bombing range needs to be a lot closer.
Okie dokie.
700.
I apologize.
I've got to make a pretty screenshot with this now because it actually looks pretty badass.
Well, you may as well.
So let's make the Klingons colonize this random class M here.
Oh my god, what's happened to your face?
Planet lockdown complete.
Gotta wait for the planet to level up. Because or else, you know, it's gonna be dead in instants now. So I found out we might have to give the Xindi probe some weapons, or else you can't give it attack orders on planets.
Okay. Maybe just give it some little bolties.
Or, you know, just the death beam, just, you know, like it fires very slowly.
That'd be interesting. Certainly be different, wouldn't it?
Mm-hmm. See, right now I have to just move it about myself. And then once it stops getting a move order, it will automatically do the thing.
You'd be like, hey, there's a planet over there.
Blah. How to beam down in a spooky, scary way. Use a death beam. And I'm going to need to tweak the impact effect, though, because that doesn't work properly, but... If only we should we make the big one too, Gull?
Yes, absolutely.
Now we'll have to
Yeah.
work through an ability, though, wouldn't it?
Yes. Oh, you love it, really?
Oh well, let's just first print screen this, because that's just a beautiful sight.
I'll print screen it.
Oh look, it's cutting a swath through the west coast. I think I've just decided that it will also attack other things.
Okay.
Because it does need weapon. That was actually Khan asking it in the chat. And it does glitch from time to time a bit, but
Well, I'm sure it's something that you'll refine.
something effort.
You make a great deal of effort already, so it would hardly surprise me if you make a little bit more.
I hate you. You know how to push my buttons.
Yeah,
It's not hard.
we've worked together a long time, Max.
Bomb the ocean! Yes, my minion. $600 million dead. No resistance. Well, it's got no population on the planet now. Everybody dead, including the water people. Wonder what the Klingons will think if I, What will happen if I spawn those two? Oi! What you bombing me planet for?
Do you think the Federation has had any issues with zombies while testing medical equipment? I
Doubt.
expect that they probably have given it a more scientific explanation. Hang on. The lead to my headset just fell out. Can you speak for me, Max?
La-di-da-di-doo.
Oh, good, that works. Oh, hi, Overseer. Says, any news on the issue of giving the D7 a rear torque launcher? No. No
Nope.
news on...
Nothing gonna change on that, buddy.
Let the artists do what they want to do. That's my job. Well, I suppose we could allow it to fire torpedoes backwards from a random spot.
Mm-hmm. But it's not necessary in this build. Right, so that works. On to the bigger boy. Onto the big boy. That was just a small cousin.
Da boy.
The boy knows the boy ways, and it will fire the boy boy. But first, screenshot time. Ah! Overseer, look what you missed. You missed this. No, it won't. It's not important enough to have custom debris. You were? Why didn't you say anything, Overseer? When I did toy with the mini boy. Yes, Overseer's here. Overseer's here. What's the matter, Taizan? Ooh, I'm having a look at your screenshots, Taizan. They look pretty.
Terrible. Do them again.
Well, that's not very nice.
I need them in triplicate.
Yeah, it would, but, you know, it's such a small ship, Dalek, that it's not really worth the resources it would take. I hope that makes sense. I mean, it's a small ship, so the amount of resources it would require to add that thing would be unnecessary. ETF. Because the first thing I always see when I come here is some kind of super weapon blowing stuff up. It's called balancing a la max, okay? People don't understand, Chris.
And I hope to God they never will. Put us out of a job.
Clever lad. Those high yield torpedo wounds are still too fresh. Those were max yield torpedoes. Ah! Are you ready to move your body to the thrum of sonic perfection? Sorry guys, it's just memes. Where's the flip? Well, Overseer, you can say what you want, but it's pretty much the Death Star, isn't it? You know what, Chris? I'm gonna save that that probe for next time.
Oh,
The big one.
I don't think that's a bad idea.
Considering we've already been going for an hour and a half almost.
Okay. Well, feel free to briefly direct your screen over to mine.
Yeah, let's have a look-see. Where is my Discord? There is my Discord. That is just my OBS. I need my Discord. And Discord to this Discord. Hey!
So I did this.
You already pushed it, didn't you?
Oh, yeah.
You added things to the entity file, didn't you?
Yeah, and the player files and the string.
Damn it. Could you send me your string file and entity file, please?
I could.
Thank you.
Why do you think I pushed first?
Bastard.
I always make sure that every time we stream together, I make sure that I push first, so I don't have to deal with it. One entity manifest and one string file. There you go. I can just hear you like screaming internally.
You should see my face, buddy. You should see my face.
Dang it, Petey.
God damn you! Stop! But yeah, before I could get before I can get the big boy, we have the small boy and the big boy in game. I would have to do a lot of tweaking
Okay.
because I need to fix a lot of model stuff on it.
Okay. Is there a lot to do, is there?
Well, I've noticed for one that there's a part missing from the model.
That could be a problem.
Yeah.
Did you send the most recent ones, Gull? Because you are capable of sending like a 3-month-old file. That would
Be very gull-like.
that would not be a
Unrealistic event.
well, no, I was just going to say it would be counterproductive for me because then I'd have to fix it.
Tajan temas ish.
Tyson says, just make sure that we get to see the big boy in action next time.
Yeah, I can do that.
Not for anyone else, though, just for you, Tyson. Private live stream.
Well, I could also do that. Tarzan's earned it. He's suffered through our madness for a while yet already. I think he did that on purpose. Yeah. Okay, so it's a bit glitchy, polar, squishy towards there, but it's not too bad. Can deal with that. God, this is one complex particle effect. And on this I don't need to have weird shadows, I can just have the normal center be non-rotatey, and the rest be rotatey. There we go, that's how it's supposed to look. So you can now see that it's got some of the, if I move the big center one for a sec. So it's got like the little green stuff that's going to move about on the surface.
Hmm.
I mean, the UV is a bit twitchy on some places, but you know, this is such a complex thing, I'm not going to blame anyone for that. To be fair, it's the first time we've seen this in a game, isn't it? Who are we on about, Dalek?
Cisco, apparently.
Chris Fries, then its station gets blown up, then Q. But the station doesn't get blown up or stolen, does it?
Defiant gets blown up.
Yeah. Well, then Q was like way before. Oh well. I need to apply yield. No, not the render button. Material button. Apply yield basic material. Start naming you Main. Greeblies. Inner ring. Outer. Oh. Oh, was it? Oh yeah, it does get stolen. By my good friend.
Reclaimed!
That station was never yours to begin with. Now I can stop fixing the smoothing. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. No, I didn't mean to press that. No! I hate it when this... I hate it when this happens. Then they gave it back, so it's all good. Yeah, it is all good. Anyway, while 3D Max is crashing underneath me, I think this might be a good point to...
I think so.
Yeah, to end the stream. With me fubbling about with the crashing 3ds Max.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, I do hope you've enjoyed the stream. If you haven't already joined the Stellar Parallax Discord, make sure that you try and find that, join in, because you'll be able to join in on some interesting and hopefully energetic debates on where we're going with AOTF, and of course, if you want to discuss some of our already made products, SDA3 specifically, then you'll be able to do so on there. And
Yep.
I think you'll find a like-minded community that is very track focused, very track oriented, and
Also,
very supportive.
Also, very important, you have the official AOTF Snack Pack channel.
The Snack Pack, yeah, which of course is a sneak peek channel, but
No, it's a Snack Pack channel.
But we couldn't pass up the pun.
We couldn't pass up the pan.
Couldn't pass up the line of code.
I could.
Ah.
I'm very confused now.
Pass the parcel.
Parcel's still at the warehouse.
Mm.
Right, time to crash 3ds Max manually. Don't save. Fuck it. I'll reload it from the other. Alright, anyway, gentlemen, I hope you had a good time and watching the little sphere probe go beep, 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 beep. The next time, you'll get to see a planet get blown up, hopefully.
Okay, folks. Have a lovely evening. Thank you very
Have
much
a
for
lovely
watching.
evening. Bye-bye.